Well, I think it's a little bit too early still. It's driving me nuts trying to get a head start on these turkeys and mushrooms. But the good thing about going out early and scouting is I'm finding some new spots to check out. Like I was telling you before, on finding morel mushrooms. I don't know if this is going to be a good spot, but this is a good situation. You got this hillside that's been logged and it's been burned. All the trees have burn marks through them within the last couple of years. There's ash trees, there's elm trees in here. So I put a spot on the map. I'm gonna come check this out here in the next couple of weeks and see if there might be anything. And then down here in this bottom down here, I found there's a bunch of elm trees. I really, I'm ready. That's all there is to say about it. I'm just ready. So keeps warming up. The frost was really heavy this morning. Leaves are all frosted up, so I think we got a couple more weeks. But when it's time to bust, we're gonna get on something. Kill something, find something. Stay tuned. But yeah, I'm really wanting to make a video on helping people find morels because I don't know how many times I've been asked specifically, about I can't find them. I don't know what to look for. Well, I'll tell you one thing. I'm not going to tell you where they're at because you know as well as I do, any morel hunter, if they find a spot, that's gold. So I ain't telling you where to look, but I will try to give you some tips along the way that help me learn. So stick around. I'm gonna walk through these trees and I'm gonna try to find a couple trees that I've found that when I look for them, I usually end up finding a few morels. So it's gonna be interesting, folks. Here we go. All right. So I've been told by a lot of people that know what they're talking about, and I'm not a professional. Let's start this out right. Not a professional. Just started learning recently on how to find these suckers, but I've been told by people that know it that if you want to find morels, you need to get your tree identification book. Throw the mushroom book out of the way. Just know what a morel looks like. Find your tree identification book. Start learning how to pick out trees by their bark. So this is the first kind of tree I go after, and to my knowledge, this is an elm tree. This bark is just real. If you find a young one that looks like this, their bark will be squishy. So it's like a sponge, you can push on it. And this is the kind of stuff that when you bounce around from tree to tree looking for bark that looks like this, I found a lot of morels. Now, ash trees and elm trees, I'm still kind of lost. So if I'm getting this wrong, please somebody comment down below this video and straighten me out because I'd like to learn just as well. But a lot of times when I first started out morel hunting, even like white oak trees would get me confused because a lot of times a white oak tree at the base has kind of bark kind of like this. If you're just looking from a distance, but then if you scan up, the bark turns into like that white oak kind of paper bark. So this is the one tree that I try to go for. It's got a real rigid bark, and it's kind of to me when I think of an elm tree, I just think of a more white colored tree. A lot of times they got moss in them, but in this area that I'm in, even the oak trees have moss on them. So I mean that's kind of, you can't identify that. This might be one back here. Let me see. This might be one of those young ones. Oh goodness. You see these? I think these might be ash trees right here. Young ashes. But hold on a second. I'm going to try to find you what I believe to be an ash tree. Now, if I'm wrong, like I said, comment down below and tell me I'm wrong because I need to learn too. But I can tell you one thing by looking for this bark, regardless if you don't know what the name of the tree is, look for that kind of bark and your mushroom finding will go up. Mine did. So here we go. All right. So this is what I believe to be an ash tree. Notice this bark. It just got that zigzag kind of braided kind of bark going all the way up it. So a lot of times I'm just gonna stop right here and just give you these two trees. There may be one more tree I'll show you that I found morels by, but ash trees, elm trees, those are your two main ones. This is a start to your learning experience. Look for this kind of bark, chase the trees. The mushrooms will grow around the root systems of these trees. So, you know, if you want to learn more, get you a tree identification book and get out there and start looking for them. But there's one other tree over here I seen earlier that I have found morels by, so let's go look at it. All right. So this, I think, is called like a black cherry tree. I'm not really 100% sure, but I know the bark to look for, so that's all that matters, ain't it? But yeah, this one, you know, it's got kind of like these little square tabs on it. And I'm sure you've seen a million of them out in the woods. Just check, you know, stop by and check every tree you see. Because like I said, you can go, even if you're looking for elm trees and ash trees, you can go to 1,000 elm trees before you find one morel, but that's where you're gonna find them, is just keep going. Putting miles on your boots, that's how you're gonna get them. So just remember, stay wild. Hope you learned something in this. You know, I wish somebody would have been here, teach me something like this, and I'd have watched the heck out of it. So there's your morel tip of the day. Springtime's warming up, turkeys are fixing to be hammering, morel's starting to be popping, so stay wild. Till next time. Now I'm heading out to Logan's house. He called me up and said, "You wanna go shed hunting?" I was like, "Well, yeah, who don't?" So anyways, I'm heading out there right now, so we're gonna see if we can find something today, you know. Good day to be out in the woods. Any day that you're out in the woods, a good day to be out in the woods, but today's a real good day to be out in the woods because we're out in the woods. Ah! All right, here we go. We're pulling in his house. Oh, I don't know where I get off sometimes.
I don't know. That would be kind of cool though.
You know you're good buddies with somebody when you talk to them through the wall
While they're pooping.
How's it going in there?
There are no barriers.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
A little go-go juice in the truck.
Go-go juice.
Yeah.
Put some bang in the tank.
Yeah, pour the rest of your bang in there. See if it'll burn like fuel.
There they go. Oh my God.
But you let me see her, you won't let me be.
Daggum ain't had that kind of excitement in a while.
Two chompers. I wasn't about to take a bite from them. Well, we decided to get off Fuller for just a minute and walk through the old beaver dam. They had it used to be a pond up here where they had it dammed off, and I guess they tore it down because it's not there anymore, and the creek channel's opened up. But this is kind of like a little slough, a little wet area that you can tell held water, and we got to walk there and we started finding the good examples of I heard something. Some good examples of like some ash or elm trees, stuff like this bark right here, that tree that's down. Like there's a lot of them in this area that we found, and a lot of them are dead, and that's usually a good sign. That's what you're looking for, and you can find some old dead, especially if they're falling over. That's a good place to check underneath. Something about those ash and elm trees is where mushrooms seem to be at. So we just kind of walked up on this just by getting off Fuller and walking around a little bit and found it. I might come back and check this spot here a little bit later in the year as it warms up some more, get the soil temperature right, and check this spot again and see if something don't pop up.
Videos go. We didn't find no sheds, didn't find no mushrooms today, but we had fun. Let me tell you, being 29 years old, being the daddy to a little girl, you don't get to get out with your buddies much more, and just do fun stuff out in the woods, ride a four-wheeler, splash through mud holes, the simple things in life. We had a blast doing that today, but let me tell you, it ain't gonna be much longer than mushrooms gonna be up. Turkeys start gobbling good, fixing to be on. So till next time, stay wild and eat your broccoli, chew on taters, only half peel, anyways, stay wild. Poof! Ding! Bah! Wow! Hold on, how about this outro? Stay wild.